CSIR experts in environmental impact assessment are sharing their knowledge with emerging and small-scale entrepreneurs as part of the Special Needs and Skills Development Program of the Department of Environmental Affairs. The aim of this program is to ensure that these entrepreneurs meet the regulatory requirements of the National Environmental Management Act when growing their businesses.
We are running a poultry business. It's about broiler production. We buy them very, very small and then we rear them until 6 weeks and then we sell them. We started very, very small with a quantity of about 500 per cycle. And then we decided, all right, we want to expand further. I went to Land Bank asking for funds to expand this broiler production. And when I got there, the first question they asked me was, Mr. Tefu, are you compliant? I said, what do you mean I'm compliant? Because I'm in the agricultural environment. They said, all right, these are the people who can help you. Then they gave me the CSIR. I sent a mail to the CSIR. They replied and said, okay, we will come and help you.
For many business owners, growth opportunities are linked to securing environmental authorization, which can be a daunting and expensive task for entrepreneurs with a lack of knowledge on these aspects.
The Special Needs and Skills Development Program was brought about by the Department of Environmental Affairs. It saw that there was a need for assistance with communities and business owners who have a financial disadvantage. They approached the CSIR to manage the program, and the program entailed us providing pro bono environmental services to people with financial disadvantage who wanted to start small businesses across South Africa. We set up sort of like a checklist of criteria that we sent out to all the potential applicants who needed the environmental assessment. We also had to check that they had enough technical details and that they know what they're doing within their business. And so we asked for things like their business plans, their layout plans, so that we can see that they are actually continuing on a viable business. Our first step would be to conduct a site visit. We would evaluate the land and environment to see if there are no environmental sensitivities. When we have all the information, we compile a report that's sent to the competent authority, and that would be the Provincial Environmental Affairs Department. They would send comments and give us a list of things that are required, and then we would use those comments and we would come back to the applicant, and then we would just fill in the gaps, and then we would compile a final report and for them to evaluate and proceed to decide on whether or not the business can get environmental authorization for the business.
We select SMMEs from around the country when they send their applications in to us, and what information we need from them is their environmental requirements, so how much waste they're going to produce from their project, how much water they need, and a very detailed business plan of what they're going to do. So with Mr. Tefu's project, he sent through an application stating that he wanted to farm chickens and start an abattoir. In the National Environmental Management Act, there are certain listed activities that one has to conduct basic assessments for if you are going to do those activities, and one of them is farming chickens and clearing land. So what the CSIR will do is we will hire specialists in the field of ecology, water, heritage, who will come and look at what Mr. Tefu's project, what the impacts his project is going to have on the surrounding environment. We then compile a report which we submit to the different departments, such as Department of Agriculture, Department of Environmental Affairs, Water Affairs, SARA, the Heritage Resource Agency, and the municipalities. And they provide comments to us on whether they think the development should go ahead or not and the reasons therefore. The outcome of this process is that we hope that we can get an environmental authorization for their projects, and should they get an environmental authorization, they may go ahead and proceed with their project.
Through this program, the CSIR has to date assisted 30 applicants with a basic assessment, at the same time building critical skills in grooming a new generation of experts in the environmental management field.